We want Guehi as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're going to come to now, guys. We've sorted out the attack. We've sorted out the rest of the team. It's imperative. There's absolutely no chance we do not bring in at least a defender, possibly two, but probably one. First, I wanted to touch upon. I saw a picture today, guys, of Gomez and Van Dijk standing together again. I think personally, I think we forget how good Joey Gomez is on his day when he's fully fit. Lou, my first dream would be, please God, give Joey Gomez a season of full fitness, because that goes a long way in deciding what kind of centre back we bring in. Because as I've said, and I've said it off stream and on stream and in private, I expect Konate to stay. I expect Konate to extend. Not only just stay, but to extend and sign a new deal. If Konate and Van Dijk is our first choice and continues to be so, what happens next with Joey Gomez and what kind of defender we bring in? Of course, we're linked with Mark Guehi, but Mark Guehi is going to look to play a lot of games. Are we happy with that four? Because that four is a foursome. Mark Guehi, Joey Gomez, Konate, and Virgil. Or do we go with a young Virgil van Dijk future replacement and bring him in now early? And hope Joey Gomez stays and Konate signs a new deal.
Yeah. Well, that's the big question is Ibu going to sign that contract? Because from what we've heard, it's not like he's asking for an astronomical amount. He's asking for 200k, which in today's game, I think for someone who put out the numbers he did last season, who was so key and so pivotal in us winning the league, I don't think it's outrageous. I don't think 200k is an awful decision, like amount to be given him. And Gomez, as much as I'd agree that he is someone who we'd love to see fit, the facts are it's not like he gets injured and they're small niggles. Every single season, it's major injuries, it's long-term things, and it's been like, 5-6 years since the Burnley injury. Since then, has he kicked on? Has he been able to keep full fitness for a long period of time? Not really. So I think we do need to go out and sign people who are a lot more assured. Mark Guehi being the key one, but Castello Lucaba as well from RB Leipzig. I think he'd be an amazing option to go for, not just in the air, but he's one of the best progressive centre-backs in European football at the moment. He fits slot style perfectly. But I 100% agree. We need people who are ready to come in, because there's no guarantee Konate is going to be here at the end of the season. There's no guarantee Gomez is going to stay fit. You need people who can not only come in and hope to be propped up by Van Dijk. We need winners in the back line. We need people who are ready to go, because we're not in a position now where we're hopeful that people are going to develop. We're Premier League champions. We're pushing for number 7. We're pushing for 21. You need winners in a back line. That's just changed the mainstay right back, potentially changed the mainstay left back. It's a whole different back four. You're going to need someone who's able to come in and hit the ground running, not a long-term project. So Lucaba or Mark Guehi, for me, it does just depend on Ibu. I'm sure I'm amazed you're as confident as you are, to be honest. Not in like in a dig or anything, but I'm so pessimistic given what's gone on recently. Maybe I've sort of been swayed.
Yeah. No, I hear it, but I'm very confident. Ibu stays and extends. But Mark Guehi's going to want minutes, Ben. Mark Guehi wants to come in and he's going to want to play. I think there is a deal to be done there. Is that where we're going then, Mark Guehi? Is that the one that we need? Sort of, and how do you see him? Do you rate him?
Yeah, I think he's quality, mate. I think he's got things that Konate doesn't have. For one, he can lead. Look, Konate's an amazing 1v1 defender, but I think Mark Guehi coming in, he's not going to look out of place. I think people will underestimate the signing, but they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
He's a top player. He really is. And let's be honest, another one that Newcastle are about to go mad on. They put about 4 bids in for him last year, didn't they? Still couldn't get him. Wasn't he 80 million, 70 million or something?
70 million they bid for him,
yeah. Him coming into Liverpool, I genuinely think he would be a serious signing. Because, 100%. Like, Liverpool are making changes within the squad, and rightfully so. We knew we always were. But he's a player that would go into the side. He could come into the side tomorrow and not look out of place. He's got the experience. In my opinion, right, let's say Joe Gomez was fit. Him and Guehi are 2 of the best English centre-backs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's make no mistake about it. When Gomez is on his day, we know how good he is. He can play left back, right back, he just can't play in front. Do you know what I mean? But Mark Guehi, mate, I think he would be Joe Gomez 2.0 for Liverpool.
Oh, that's a great shout. That is a
Mm.
great shout because that is. I like that similarity. Scousemo, are you a Guehi fan?
Oh.
Because and Joe Gomez, there's no point selling Joe Gomez. Obviously, we've opted to sell Kwanzaa. Keep Joe Gomez with the experience, especially with the lack of senior players left in our squad now. If you think about it, Joe Gomez is a cert. Are you good with Mark Guehi? Obviously, guys, just breaking news now. Jarrell Hato, who was one of the options as well, he's obviously about to sign for Chelsea now. 40 million euros, which is decent fee, guys. That's the fee that I thought, and that's a very decent fee. But obviously, we brought in Kirkes as the left back option. I don't think we see Hato as a centre back yet, so that's understandable. We've been linked with Cresswell. I don't know nothing about him. He plays for Strasbourg in France.
You meant the West Ham one?
No. I don't, what's his first name, guys? Anyone know his first name?
Charlie, is that
Charlie Cresswell.
Charlie.
I watched him during the England Under-21 tournament recently, and he was pretty decent. He played alongside Kwanzaa.
Must be good in the air, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's really good in the air. I think he's originally from Leeds, and Leeds sold him to Strasbourg, and he's had a really breakout season in Strasbourg. But I wouldn't put that past us getting Cresswell because he ticks the.
This is my point, Mo. But this is my point, guys. I think, right, the last dilemma, drama, transfer, give me that's going to play out. Of course, the Isaac is the big one, but I think it's going to be Guehi because I don't think at the moment, and I tweeted it about a couple of weeks back, I don't think we're willing to pay what Palace want, and we've got exactly where we want Guehi. Guehi's got an agreement with us. He's happy with us. He wants us, and that's how we operate. We're saying, okay, the player wants us. Your decision now, whether you want him to come for free next season or send him now. That's why I think the Konate situation is key, because then if Konate commits, we may not go for Guehi now. We may go for a Cresswell now, and then Guehi next season when Gomez might be let go. Do you see that happening, Mo? Do you see what I'm saying there, Scouse Mo?
Definitely, I see a vision. I see the way you put that there is really good.
I'll break it down, broski. I'll break it down.
Broke that down really well, man. Kudos. I can't lie. Like Guehi is really, really good. I think he's an excellent centre back. He's really, really comfortable on the ball. He's really good at passing, and he's got that leadership quality as well that we've been talking about. He's been the captain of Crystal Palace now for the past 3 seasons. Like you can't complain with Guehi. Like it makes so much sense, even for the price tag. Like. Is it Crystal Palace only want like 40 mil?
No, they want 50 million plus. We won't.
Chelsea have a sell-on clause, so they get 20% of whatever Palace get. That's why they're ramping up the price so high.
Yeah.
Chelsea, hold on.
20%.
Lewis Bomber. Chelsea have got a sell-on clause on Mark Guehi.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is with this, like we've mentioned this Cresswell, I've never seen him play, to be honest. I genuinely thought you were talking about Aaron Cresswell, the left back. But is he any better than Kwanzaa? Why would we get rid of Kwanzaa and get Cresswell in?
Makes sense, that, lads. Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't really, like, why would we do that? If we're getting rid of Kwanzaa, the player that's replacing Kwanzaa has to be better than Kwanzaa. And I can't say that this Cresswell is better than Kwanzaa, but I can guarantee right now Guehi is. Guehi is a lot better than Kwanzaa, and he could, as Ben described earlier, slot comfortably into our defense, and he wouldn't look out of place. So for me personally, if we've got rid of Kwanzaa and we've resigned ourselves that we're going to bring in a new centre back, that centre back has to be someone of the level of Guehi. And then if we bring in Guehi and then Cresswell, cool. I understand, fair enough. Maybe you just got to bring him in as like. As we've described, Gomez can potentially have a long.
We have to replace Gomez and Van Dijk, guys.
Eventually, yeah. So like, it makes sense to have that younger centre back in the squad, maybe like a 5th choice. And there might be opportunities might arise. Let's not forget Konate doesn't have the best injury record as well. Last season, yeah, it was great, but usually his injury record is not the best. Gomez, as we've described, he goes out for a very long time. So if something like that happens next season, touch wood, hopefully it doesn't, that Konate and Gomez are out for a while, and you're down with Van Dijk and Guehi, then you're going to potentially need another centre back. So this Cresswell, in that case, would make sense. But if it's just Creswell and no Guehi, that makes no sense to me. But on top of the Guehi signing, would he? I don't. You described earlier, Grizz, that he's happy with the terms. He's happy. He's got an agreement with us. But is he happy to be third choice in a World Cup season, like a World Cup year? Like the World Cup's next season. Is he happy to play third fiddle behind Van Dijk and Konate?
But this is the question.
This is the
We're
minute.
Liverpool Football Club. We're expected to play, guys, between us
60 plus games.
60 to 70 games, right?
Yeah.
Palace are probably involved in 38 league games.
Yeah,
I know they won the FA Cup. I know they won the FA Cup this year, but normally 38 league games and about 5 other games.
Yeah, but they're in Europe this year.
Yeah, but he's going to want to move. He's not going to sign a
If we
new.
don't get him, he'll be gone. Put it that way.
Yeah.
And he'll still get into the England team because the other options are John Stones, who may or may not be injured, Harry Maguire, Konsa, who's in a bit of bad form, Kwanzaa may be there, given what he's just at the under-21s. But
anybody interested in Kwanzaa?
I read that the other day, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm not sold on it, to be honest.
I like it. I like him.
He was good about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Me personally, I love Guehi. Guehi just makes so much sense to me. I think the leadership qualities, he's so good on the ball, and I feel like it's a centre back that Slot would really like somebody who's really comfortable on the ball, someone who's able to break the lines with his passing ability. He's able to carry out the ball from the defense as well. He's not the tallest player in the world.
This is where I'm a little bit. My team's getting smaller and smaller, lads.
And that's what I was going to say, Grizz. Like, our team is getting very much smaller and smaller, especially if Szoboszlai is not going to be in that starting 11 much next season.
Oh no, he will be.
Well, who knows? Well,
yeah, true. No, but
you know what I mean? Like,
our team's getting. Bunch of,
smaller.
The average price is reducing. In this league, doesn't matter how good you are, you need to have some physicality. And Man City and Arsenal, forget Arsenal, but Man City have proved this. Man City play all that tiki-taka and possession football, but every single one of them pretty much is a 6-foot beast, you know, guys.
They don't have a Virgil van Dijk though, Chris.
No, but that's why. Yeah, but one Virgil van Dijk can't beat 7, 8, 6-footers. Virgil van Dijk can't mark 3 or 4. And Newcastle game showed it, where we had bloody McAllister trying to cover the bloody big beast that was what's his name, Dan Burns. We need Ibu. Take away Ibu and Virg. Gravenberch is 6 foot, but he's not.
Maybe just signed a 7-foot forward.
Again, he's more of a
flimsy.
Yeah, flimsy man. He's not a beast.
We need a bit of a beast. Like,
this is where I'm Darwin Núñez fan. I'm not in any way, shape, or form a Darwin Núñez fan. But you know, his defending from set pieces was superb.
Yeah, he's really good.
You know, his near post defending was.
That was another thing, Grizz. Robertson was amazing from post on corners as well, set pieces. We're gonna have to replace that next season. There's so much change next season. Like, we can be excited, but then at the same time, Robertson was really good defensively for us in like our set piece, like defending from corners and set pieces in that front post. That was his position for years.
I think we bring in Guehi. I think we bring in Guehi, and I think we have probably I think if we bring in Guehi, we have the 4 best combined centre backs in Europe.
They've said they want to sell now, Grizz, as well, because they know.
Name me a better 4 in Europe, guys. I can't think of a better 4. And as I said, Joey Gomez stays fit. I'm so relaxed and calm. Very quickly, I know it wasn't on the agenda, but 3 left backs. What's going on? What are we doing? What are we doing here? No one wants to leave.
I mean, have any offers come in?
No, it doesn't seem it. But Simicast is going on like. I love this.
There must be. I think there must have been discussed because Robertson's one with Atletico was dependent on if he was going to stay at the club, like if you knew there was a bit of a future. So I feel like there's been assurances given to him more so than there's been to Simicast, because you can get more money for Simicast, and Robbo, he's only got what? Is he in the last year of his contract now, or last 2 years or something like that? So I think they've said to him, look, you can just see this year out, go out in the sunset. Simicast will get more money, and then we'll go from there.
I think personally that discussion has probably happened with Robertson, whereby we've probably pitched the idea of him potentially playing centre back, because we've seen this preseason.
I don't like that.
Last season, Champions
You
League,
on and again, yeah, aren't we? If we do that,
I think it was the PSV we played away and he played centre back. I think maybe we've pitched the idea of him being second choice left back and potentially playing that centre back role. And ultimately, it's his decision whether he wants to accept that. And if he's okay with doing that, then Tsimikas will be the one to go. Am I comfortable with Robertson playing centre back in any game in the Premier League? Absolutely not, by the way. I'm not comfortable with that at all. But for him to be like maybe a fifth or sixth choice, like a utility player who can play left back, because usually left backs are kind of useless. Like, what else can Tsimikas provide for us? He can't play left mid. He can't play left in the centre midfield. He can't play centre back. But Robertson potentially maybe in like a League Cup game against, I don't know, like Wycombe Wanderers in the first round, in the third round or whatever, he could play centre half.
He's like your James Milner kind of thing, where it's like, shit, we need someone at left back, get him in.
Get him in, yeah. Just
but I want to be moved on from that. I don't want to be spending 300 million. No, but it's true. I don't want to be spending £300 million in a window and having Robertson at centre back.
No, I'm in agreement, mate. Don't worry.
I'm not saying that. I'm not. Robertson brings a lot more than just playing, like the leadership skills.
Totally agree with that part.
I just want to say that, and I think obviously the unfortunate events that happened a month ago. I think that's also played a part.
I think so.
Decision making from Liverpool Football Club, whereas they were they were open for Robertson leaving. I think because of those events, they think, no, we need you to stay. We need you to bring these new players and we need your leadership qualities and especially what's happened. And I think now they're going to probably focus or try and probably shift Tsimikas out somewhere, even though he doesn't want to go. But he won't get selected in the 23-man squad. And then he'll soon realise, okay, yeah, maybe I need to start looking for a new club. But I think what happened a month ago with Diogo, rest in peace, I think that's probably influenced the hierarchy's decision.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like